Have you been taking vitamins and supplements for prolonged periods of time? Are you becoming so dependent on taking these vitamins in order to sustain your health and vitality? And when you reflect on this, you feel as though it's been burning a hole in your pocket, leaving you feeling financially depleted. If only you could have taken all that money and deployed it towards something that brings you joy in life, perhaps a vacation that you so much desire. Because you could feel very depressed when you look at the amount of money that you've spent on supplements, vitamins, minerals over prolonged periods of time. So looking at it over a number of years. I know I felt this way. I felt as if I was being robbed. However, this financial recession or economic situation that we're facing right now may be that catalyst to have many people start to reflect on this, start to recognize who's really robbing us of our money and how the system is manipulating us. Because many of us are maybe feeling these pressures of inflation, feeling the pressures of having scarce resources right now because of how the system is playing us. And I think it may be working to their disadvantage because now we're going to start to question a lot of these industries that are actually keeping us as cogs in their wheel. This video is here as a catalyst to inspire curiosity, to inspire that questioning, critical thinking mindset, to help you really reflect on the supplements that you really need or whether you're just being played by the system. And so I'm not trying to convince you to get off all supplements. I'm merely going to share with you some of my experiences, reflections to hopefully get you to also think more critically about what you're spending money on when it comes to supplements, vitamins, and minerals. Now, there's a couple of aspects that we really need to recognize when it comes to supplements. The first is that these supplements may be synthetic, and when they're synthetic, they're not as bioavailable to our bodies. So even though they may be labeled with very high vitamin mineral contents, they're not bioavailable to our body. And when we end up taking this supplements, we may not be getting the absorption levels that we need, and oftentimes we have to increase dosages, which only plays into the very model to keep us on a hamster wheel. And why not get you to take more of these supplements in order to get the levels that you need? The second thing about these supplements is they often function in a very similar way to Big Pharma. And what do I mean by this? Big Pharma keeps you on a subscription model. That is why most companies out there want you on a subscription model, because you become a perpetual revenue driver for them. You constantly keep those profits flowing in. Why not have a subscription model? Once you've got a person hooked, you're going to keep them on this hamster wheel all the time. You're going to be perpetually deriving revenue out of them while entertaining their poor health conditions, saying that you need this product in order to feel better. And I wouldn't be too surprised if a number of these companies are actually funding the researchers that are producing these reports to tell you that a number of the foods that you are consuming do not have adequate levels of vitamins and minerals that you need. The natural sources, the soil is depleted, so that you can resort to taking these supplements. But where are they getting it from? Because a number of these products are probably labeled as organic, coming from plant-based sources. They're not synthetic. And if they're not synthetic, then where are they getting it from? Do they have some sort of special agricultural facility where they're growing these products where their soils are not depleted? This is something we need to start questioning when we purchasing these supplements, and when we look at research studies and who is really funding these research studies. The other aspect to also become aware of is whether or not these supplements actually have stimulants within them, and these stimulants perhaps are giving us that sense of boost that the supplement is working for me because I'm feeling better. But as soon as you leave it, you experience withdrawal symptoms. and you feel as though you feel depleted and a lack of energy. So something else that we need to be mindful of, because we may not be aware of these stimulants that are hidden within these products, probably with very complicated names that we may not even be aware of, but are actually stimulants that are creating that false perception of better health. So you may be thinking, what are the alternatives? If I drop my supplements, where am I supposed to be getting it? Am I supposed to be eating 20 cucumbers a day just to get the same levels of nutrients? Well, this is where my experiment came in handy. When I went on a juicing fast and I took blood test results afterwards, I noticed that a number of my vitamin and mineral levels have gone up quite high, and this was only from consuming cold pressed juices. Now, it's not in their interest to tell you that the juices are actually better than taking a synthetic multivitamin or taking a capsule form of the vitamin, because when you're taking nutrients from cold pressed juices, it's in its raw organic form. It's full of nutrients, it's full of vibrancy, and it's full of life force. And if you're taking it in that form, it's so much more bioavailable, and your body is not recognizing it as some sort of foreign nutrient or foreign substance that is being introduced into your body. It's something which is natural and is easily assimilated by our body. So that is what we should ultimately be trying to move towards, to try and consume foods that are in their natural source. And juicing is a powerful way of getting these nutrients. Now, obviously, if you don't have access to certain foods, then those vitamins and supplements may be your only option. However, hopefully this can help catalyze a different way of thinking. And finally, if you do find yourself having to take a lot of these supplements because you don't have access to certain foods, then be mindful of the placebo effect and bringing conscious awareness and attention to what you're consuming. So what do I mean by this? When you consume a certain vitamin and mineral, put your conscious attention to it and bless that vitamin and mineral to say that this vitamin is going to, or mineral supplement is going to provide my body with the nutrition that it needs. It's going to provide my body with the missing ingredients so that my health and my vitality can improve by taking the substance, and consciously connecting to it and blessing it before you take it in. And that shift in belief, to believe that something is going to work for you, can have quite a profound effect. And perhaps a lot of these supplements are actually using this, but they're charging you extremely exorbitant amounts and robbing you while using this placebo effect. Because do we really know whether these supplements contain very high quality sources of these vitamins and nutrients that many of them will put on the outside packaging of the product?